We are social creatures. We crave connection. From the moment we are born, we seek out bonds with those around us. These connections are vital to our survival and well-being. They provide us with love, support, and a sense of belonging. We find joy in shared experiences, laughter, and the comfort of knowing we are not alone. But did you ever stop to think that connection extends beyond people? Our relationships are not limited to human interactions. We form bonds with the natural world, with animals, and even with the art and objects that surround us. These connections can be just as meaningful and impactful as our relationships with other people. Everything in our lives, from the food we eat to the work we do, is a relationship. These relationships shape us in profound ways. The food we choose to nourish our bodies with, the work we dedicate our time and energy to, and the hobbies we pursue all contribute to our sense of self and our overall happiness. They influence our daily routines, our habits, and our long-term goals. They influence our thoughts, our feelings, and our overall well-being. And when we engage in activities that align with our values and passions, we feel a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Conversely, when we are disconnected from these aspects of our lives, we may experience stress, dissatisfaction, and a lack of motivation. Just like relationships with people, these connections can be healthy or unhealthy, fulfilling or draining. It is important to recognize which relationships in our lives are nourishing and which ones are depleting. By doing so, we can make conscious choices to foster positive connections and minimize negative ones. Think about it. How do you feel when you eat a nourishing meal? The act of preparing and consuming healthy food can be a deeply satisfying experience. It not only fuels our bodies, but also provides a sense of accomplishment and self-care. Sharing a meal with loved ones can strengthen our bonds and create lasting memories. What about when you dread going to work? The daily grind can take a toll on our mental and emotional health. When we are unhappy in our jobs, it can lead to feelings of frustration, burnout, and a sense of being trapped. This in turn affects our overall quality of life and our ability to enjoy other aspects of our lives. These emotional responses highlight the interconnectedness we have with everything around us. Our environment, our routines, and our choices all play a role in shaping our emotional landscape. By paying attention to these connections, we can gain insight into what brings us joy and what causes us distress. By understanding that everything is a relationship, we can begin to cultivate a deeper awareness of our interactions and their impact on our lives. This awareness allows us to make more intentional choices, prioritize our well-being, and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Whether it's through mindfulness practices, engaging in meaningful work, or nurturing our connections with others, we have the power to shape our experiences and enhance our overall sense of happiness and contentment. Food is more than just fuel, it's a fundamental part of our lives, woven into our daily routines, celebrations, and even our identities. From the moment we are born, food is one of the first ways we experience comfort and connection. Think about the family gatherings, the holiday feasts, and the simple joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. These moments are not just about eating, they are about bonding, creating memories, and experiencing joy. It's a source of pleasure, comfort, and even stress. For many, food can be a way to cope with emotions, whether it's reaching for a tub of ice cream after a bad day or indulging in comfort foods that remind us of home. However, this relationship can become complicated when food becomes a primary source of emotional comfort, leading to patterns of stress eating or emotional eating. Our relationship with food often reflects our relationship with ourselves. How we eat can mirror our self-esteem, our stress levels, and our overall mental health. For instance, someone who is constantly dieting or obsessing over food might be struggling with self-image issues. On the other hand, someone who eats mindfully and enjoys their meals might have a more balanced and positive view of themselves. Do you eat mindfully, savoring each bite? Mindful eating is about being present in the moment, appreciating the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. It's about slowing down and truly enjoying the experience of eating. This practice can lead to greater satisfaction and a deeper connection with the food we consume. Or do you eat on the run, barely tasting what you consume? In our fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the habit of eating quickly, often while multitasking. This can lead to overeating, as we may not notice when we're full, and it can also diminish the pleasure we get from our meals. Do you restrict and binge, caught in a cycle of guilt and shame? This cycle can be damaging, both physically and emotionally. Restricting food can lead to intense cravings and eventual binge eating, which is often followed by feelings of guilt and shame. This pattern can be hard to break and can take a toll on our mental health. A healthy relationship with food is about balance. It's about finding a middle ground where we can enjoy a variety of foods without feeling guilty or deprived. This means incorporating a range of nutrients into our diet, from fruits and vegetables to proteins and healthy fats, while also allowing ourselves to enjoy treats in moderation. It's about nourishing our bodies with wholesome foods, while also allowing ourselves to indulge in treats occasionally. This balanced approach can help us maintain a healthy weight, improve our mood, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. It's not about perfection, but about making choices that support our overall well-being. It's about listening to our body's hunger and fullness cues and respecting them. Our bodies are incredibly intuitive and can tell us when we need to eat and when we've had enough. By tuning into these signals, we can avoid overeating and develop a more harmonious relationship with food. When we have a positive relationship with food, we feel energized, satisfied, and at peace with our bodies. This positive relationship can enhance our overall quality of life, making us feel more vibrant and alive. It's about finding joy in the act of eating and appreciating the nourishment that food provides. We don't see food as the enemy, but as a source of nourishment and enjoyment. By embracing a balanced and mindful approach to eating, we can transform our relationship with food into one that supports our health, happiness, and well-being. Let's celebrate food for what it truly is, a gift that sustains us, brings us joy, and connects us to ourselves and others. Work occupies a significant portion of our lives. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, work often dictates our schedules, our routines, and even our thoughts. It's a central part of our identity and how we interact with the world around us. It's not just about earning a paycheck, but also about finding purpose, meaning, and a sense of accomplishment. When we feel valued and recognized for our efforts, it boosts our self-esteem and motivates us to strive for even greater achievements. The sense of accomplishment we get from completing a task or reaching a milestone can be incredibly fulfilling. Do you wake up dreading the day ahead or feeling excited about the challenges and opportunities that await? Our emotional response to work can vary greatly depending on our job satisfaction and the work environment. Some people find joy in the anticipation of new projects and the chance to learn and grow, while others may feel overwhelmed by stress and the pressure to perform. Does your work ignite your passion or leave you feeling drained and unfulfilled? Passion at work can be a source of energy and inspiration, driving us to push boundaries and innovate. On the other hand, work that feels monotonous or misaligned with our values can sap our energy and leave us feeling empty. It's important to reflect on what aspects of our work bring us joy and which ones contribute to burnout. A healthy relationship with work involves finding a balance between our professional and personal lives. This balance is crucial for maintaining our mental and physical well-being. It allows us to recharge, spend quality time with loved ones, and pursue hobbies and interests outside of work. Without this balance, we risk becoming consumed by our jobs, which can lead to stress and burnout. It's about setting boundaries, pursuing our passions, and finding meaning in what we do. Setting boundaries means knowing when to switch off from work and focus on personal time. Pursuing our passions, whether within our job or outside of it, helps us stay motivated and engaged. Finding meaning in our work can transform even the most mundane tasks into opportunities for growth and satisfaction. When we have a positive relationship with work, we feel motivated, engaged, and fulfilled. This positive relationship can lead to higher productivity, better job performance, and overall job satisfaction. It can also enhance our personal lives as the fulfillment we get from work spills over into our interactions with family and friends. We see our work as a contribution to something larger than ourselves and find joy in the process. Whether it's through helping others, creating something new, or simply doing our job well, the sense of contributing to a greater good can be incredibly rewarding. This perspective helps us stay resilient in the face of challenges and find joy in the journey, not just the destination.